Why capacity is very, very important and cannot be overlooked in this day and in this age. It is such that no matter the goal, no matter the futuristic objective you have for yourself, your ability to deepen yourself in doubling down and putting all the hard work that is necessary for you to achieve that goal, that objective, is solely dependent on if you have the capacity to achieve it. So what do I mean? Long before now, there are myths, there are principles, there are assertions that were made having communicated with people who were above me, which I held to be truth. And it was not until I started to journey through the course of my life during this time do I really get the bigger picture of the essentialities of whether these truths are actually real truths or not. So one of the truths while growing up that I have imbibed in me or in myself was the fact that you need to, for every goal, for every objective you're looking to achieve, you need to put in the work. You need to be hardworking at it. You need to go all in and go at it. So this was what I held to be true. And why this is true? This is only the half truth in retrospect. Because whether we like it or not, there's a place of the pre-hard work, the pre-doubling down, the pre-putting in all best effort, and its capacity. It is leverage. Very important, because without it, if you're just putting in hard work, you're just doing it in futility. And this is very, very true. Let me explain. So let's say, for example, somebody wants to become a front-end web developer, or he sees himself creating a solution to empower people, maybe integrate payment systems, or just create that seamless payment operation, for example. He's an aspiring front-end or web programmer. What's the first thing he needs to do? First, he needs to be skilled at it, so at programming. So if, for example, such kind of a person does not have the leverage of a power supply, for example, or doesn't have the leverage of getting the resources to even buy him data, to be able to practice, binge watch videos, learn, or even have the capacity to be able to register for the course, for the tuition, or for the learning experience that will even enable him to even become skilled. Now, not to talk of even now doubling down, so the capacity now available, the resources are there available, the person having steady power supply, is the person having a functional laptop, is the person having a functional system in place that would actually position him to actually double down and go all in portions of that goal, in portions of that objective. This is very, very important. So instead of focusing on jumping in the hard work part right away, is first building capacity first, because when you have the capacity, when you have the leverage, then it will be easier for you to double down and put in your work, because you know that it's not like I'm working on the hub or working on the solution, and midway I'm not having money to buy data, I'm not having money to feed myself, I'm not having money to do all other essentialities, which would in turn in the long run cripple the essentiality or the importance of what I even started earlier. Very, very important. So I will see some videos, I'll see some teachings centered on hard work, putting in work. We will be very steady focused, put in all the work, bring your best foot forward, go all in. While this will be needed at a later stage, it is not the essential or key thing needed at the beginning. At the beginning, you need capacity, you need leverage, especially if you don't have. But if you have leverage, you have capacity, then you can go all in. To say putting in the hard work, going all in, putting in your best foot forward, you have the leverage. You know that, okay, the money to afford this learning experience is available, the money to buy data is available, the money to afford this tutorial is available, the money to feed and be comfortable is available. You have steady power supply, you have somewhere you can get steady power supply to actually put in the work, then you can go to put in the work. But if you don't have the capacity first, the first essential thing to do is go and build capacity first. Plug into places that can allow you have access to these resources easily. So say you are now trying to build a solution, why not try to first get the laptop first? Then after you've gotten the laptop, look for a steady means of income that can guarantee you return, such that you can use that return to feed, to clothe, to buy data, to pay your rent, to do all the key essential things. And in retrospect, also key you into places you can get steady power supply, and now focus and double down on achieving the goal. This is very important, and it is important that we don't miss this, because I also, as a person, have imbibed this as the truth initially. Not only when I understand that there's always a place of leverage in this hard work discussion, this doubling down discussion, this putting in the work discussion. You have to have a starting point, a point where you put in the work is not affecting all other areas of life. Because you just imagine it. Imagine someone that his vision or the vision for himself is to become a renowned musician. And first and foremost, there's no studio in close proximity to him or her. He doesn't even know where his next meal is going to come from. The person is not even aware of what it is to have even a phone or a laptop to even chat or meet with people that are actually elevating beyond the status quo is in. So first and foremost is in building capacity, building leverage if you don't have, trying to acquire the essential and key things, plugging yourself into areas that enable you become, steadfast, focused, deepen down your, strategy on that single thing. But that will only be possible when you have the capacity in place, you have the leverage in place, you have that essential thing in place that will allow you to double down on that thing, so that when you now double down on it, it becomes seamless all through, because it won't impede on your feeding, the essential things you need going forward. Because once you can't take care of that thing, those things at the beginning, it would later affect you, because the insufficiency of that thing will later affect you in the long run, which will cripple the goal that you're even working hard on building altogether. Because for example, somebody that is staying up by himself, doesn't even know where the next meal will come from, and decides to want to become a web programmer. Now go all into it with the savings from before, putting all the work, coding, designing, putting. Now the money gets exhausted. Then becomes a problem of what will I eat, where will I get my next data from, where will I get my next money from. Then before you know it, it begins the pursuance of thought begins to dwindle, because his attention is now attuned to survival and looking for a way to survive. Then he neglects the goal that he himself had already started in the first place. So this is very, very important, guys. Capacity, building leverage if you don't have, when it comes to pursuing that goal, pursuing that vision, your vision for yourself. It is asking yourself whether or not you have the capacity to do this thing for the long run without it affecting all other essential areas of your life. Because if all other essential areas of your life are not taken care of, and you double down on this goal, in the long run, the insufficiency of those other essential areas will cripple that goal in itself, such that you won't be able to pursue that goal in the long run. So this is what I thought to share, guys. It's not only putting in work alone or doubling down, or especially if you don't have leverage. It is key to get leverage. Become attuned with people with capacity, build your own, so that when you now double down, it becomes easier. Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. Until next video, see you guys. Bye.